Buckeye Lounge, we run this game. Shrockstar Shaun, remember the name. TG's lurking, Wolverine's fear. Scarlet and gray, make it loud and clear. TG and Shaun, bringing that smoke. They stand in the paint, that ain't no joke. Tune in, turn up, let the show begin. The Buckeye Lounge, straight fire within. Buckeye Lounge, we run this game. Shrockstar Shaun, remember the name. TG's lurking, Wolverine's fear. Scarlet and gray, make it loud and clear.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Buckeye fans of all ages, the Ohio Podcast proudly brings to you, sponsored by MyBookie.com, the Buckeye Lounge. I'm your host, the Shrockstar Shaun Shrock. With me, as usual, my co-host, my partner in crime, the Wolverine Slayer, the Windy City Slayer, Miss TG.
Yep, y'all know it, baby. What up, everyone?
Hey guys, before we came on, Boone Herron, who was supposed to be our guest tonight, had something come up, a family emergency, so he couldn't be here tonight. So he is going to reschedule. We apologize. It's kind of a last minute thing, and he apologized. But the way we are, his family always comes first. So we told him not to worry about it. That we can always reschedule later. Just take care of what you got to take care of, and family comes first, and we're going to keep him in our prayers. And everybody, please, I don't know how severe it is or what happened. He just said family emergency. So let's keep Boom and his family in our prayers. And tonight, we're just going to talk about, we're going to break down the game a little bit. Then we're going to talk about, Minnesota coming up, and how we feel. But TG, how the heck are you?
Oh, I'm good. I've actually been enjoying my time here at home. Also talking to some family, doing some sports, watching some football over the past, 2-3 days? Really? Actually, no, 3 days, because of Thursday night, Saturday night. I didn't watch Friday. Trust me. I watched the highlights. I didn't watch the full game, but I get a chance to watch the full game. Saturday, Sunday, and then this past Monday. I actually had a great time watching some football that can't wait to talk about.
Man, I tell you, what a heck of a game it was. I mean, great job to go out. First big road win of the year. Hostile environment. Julian saying, the one thing that comes to mind when I talk about Julian saying, one word that comes to mind, I don't know what everybody else feels, but I think poise comes to mind. The kid shows such moxie, poise, does not get rattled. The pocket was breaking down on him. That's one thing I was disappointed in, was our pass protection from the OL. I was disappointed in it.
I wasn't that bad. There were times where I will say that they could have done better. I will say that now. And I will say, when you go back and watch the Washington game, I will give Washington's defense credit. Like, there were times they managed to do some stunts and get our quarterback rather minute to get past. But for the most part, our offensive line was holding up. They just got to get better at certain things. And Philip, I love your aggression, man, but can you not kill somebody? Can you not? Can you not?
Smart,
I get
man.
it. I mean, his whole thing is to be aggressive and get in his opponent's head, which I can understand. But it's like, dude, please make sure it's not near their face. Like, if you're going to grab someone, grab them by the pads down here, because no one's going to call that.
Right. I mean, you guys got to be smart, and, just like Edric Houston has to be smart too, and not, getting fights when the whistle's blown. And, I mean, you got to play smart, guys. I love the aggression. Don't get me wrong. I want a nasty team. I want you guys to be, have that mean streak, but do it from whistle to whistle and be smart about it. That's all I ask. And, 15-yard penalties can really hurt you, especially they can be drive killers, or they can, give the other team better field position and a chance to score. So, I mean, But our defense, again, TG, continues
Oh,
to play lights out. I mean,
man,
my
let me tell you
gosh.
something. Our defense, again, like I told everybody, I called it from the beginning. I told you from everything you knew about Patricia. Yes, while he had a bad stint with the Lions, name one coach that hadn't before Dan Campbell. And Dan Campbell's start with the Lions wasn't great either. And he ended up building it because he actually has somebody in the front office that got common sense that actually knows how to build this team. And he ended up getting himself some great coordinators to help him build an identity for his team. Like before him, and before the success he's gotten, like that team was trash and a joke, nothing. So I never put that against Patricia. Thought the Lions were a joke. So no offense, but no. And you're asking him to be the defensive coordinator. And like for everybody who keeps talking about what he did, like Bill Belichick is the smart guy, like he was the one running the Patriots defense. Like, hey, you morons, Bill Belichick told y'all that by far that Matt Patricia is by far the smartest coach he's been around. Everything this guy does with the defense was all Patricia, is what he tells you, and he tells you that for a reason. Because and let's be real, Bill Belichick knows he's a smart defensive coordinator himself, but Matt Patricia was a genius. Like you're talking about Albert Einstein genius.
I mean, I kept reminding people, okay, he wasn't a great head coach, but we're not hiring him to be the head coach. We're hiring him to be the defensive coordinator. And as a defensive coordinator, he had 3 or 4 Super Bowl rings. I mean, the guy has done nothing but put people in spots to be successful. He maximizes everybody's talent. He doesn't try to fit a square peg into a round hole like Jim Knowles did. This guy will find out what you do, grid, and that's what he has you do. I mean, he's not going to sit there and try to make someone like CJ Hicks, like they did last year, put him at linebacker, make him read keys where the guy was having trouble reading keys. No, instead they put him at defensive end, say, be aggressive and go get the ball carrier. Go find the ball, find ball,
Mm-hmm.
get ball. I mean, my gosh. And look at our defensive line this game. I mean, we had 6 sacks. I mean, the pressure.
And everybody was so worried about the defensive line. And like I told everybody, Larry Johnson ain't the greatest D-line coach for no reason.
Guys, and if you look, they were being aggressive, but they were also not breaking containment. I mean, they were kind of cage rushing, but they weren't. They were staying in their lanes. They weren't getting too far upfield so that quarterback could get under them and find a lane and run. I mean, there was numerous times where that guy had nowhere to go. And you could see he had happy feet. He wanted to get out of the pocket, and guess what? He couldn't because our guy would disengage their block and sack him. I mean, big man Caden McDonald playing like a first-round draft pick. What's he got, like 2 or 3 sacks this year? Disengages, gets a sack. I mean, my gosh, the dude's on fire. Him and Caden Curry.
Oh yeah, bro. Caden Curry is the breakout star. Like he was the one guy. Like I knew he'd be a good player, but man, he really breaking out. And it's like I know for a fact, like we all know, Kenyatta's been playing real well. Like let's not discredit that. But it's like Caden Curry just been breaking out. He playing like a second, first round defensive lineman. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, and everybody was so worried about what we had going on. Come on, man.
Hey, let's not forget about our linebackers. Best linebacker room in the nation. And I mean, Arvell just continues to dude's playing at all American level. I mean, the guy is just sideline to sideline, hammering people, not making many mistakes. Sonny Styles is Sonny Styles. I tell you, both them guys are just on it, man. Matt Patricia's taken their game to another level. Hats off to him.
He really has. And if there's one thing you've noted about, like, the other thing, too, because, and I kind of want to touch on this with the offense, because do you want to know what's super interesting?
I'd love to hear it.
Is that Julius Sand on 20-plus yard passes has the highest grade at a 96.6.
I'll tell you what surprises me the most about Julian Sane, honestly, watching him, is how accurate the hit is and how he puts the ball right on the money. If you watch that throw to JJ when he scored that touchdown, he led him perfectly. How about the pass to Max Clare for that first down? And barely any room to the sideline I mean, if he throws it behind him or in front of him, that's not a completion. I mean, that was, 15 yards downfield? Boom. Right in the numbers, 2 steps, and he's out of bounds. And Cardinal Tape makes another amazing catch. I mean, that dude's.
Yeah.
We got the alien, and what do you call him? The alien and the Martian.
Alien and the Martian, the extraterrestrials is what I. Because that's what they are. Whether you want to admit it or not, that's what they are. That's how they play. They play like extraterrestrials. You're talking about future first round picks for the NFL, future stud wide receivers. Like they're going to continue the Ohio State legacy. And even when you look past them, like Brendan Ennis is going to continue that legacy. Bryson Rogers will. Freaking, like Violent Graham, Quincy Porter, all of them are going to continue the wide receiver legacy. And it just makes you like, I know we all know at some point he might leave, but it's like if you're Ohio State, you're begging Brian Harline to stay.
And then you know what? Then you got Chris Henry coming, Caden Dixon Wyatt,
Oh yeah,
Showtime Brown. I mean, it's just not going to let up, guys.
nope.
Now let's talk about the running game for a minute.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know what it is with Peoples. I love the kid. Reminds me of J.K. Dobbins, but it just seems like this year he just does not. I don't know if it's division or he just doesn't have that burst this year. I mean, Bo Jackson right now is the man. He should be the starting tailback. He's the one that has the burst. He's the one that's running hard. He's the one that's seeing the field. He's the one making all the cuts. I mean, as a true freshman coming in like that and balling out like that, I think he deserves most of the carries. CJ, I'd give the handoffs to for the tough yards. Change of pace. We get around the goal line, give it to CJ. But Bo Jackson, I think he's earned it.
Oh, he's definitely earned it, and more if you really think about it too. That when you talk about the running back room, I think James Peoples is just kind of starting off slow. Like we've seen this before, where some of our running backs kind of have a slow year and then they'll break out. Like I think he'll have a breakout season at some point. Like he shows flashes, he just has to be consistent. And not only that, but we even saw it in our group text with Tyler, which I'm gonna get to you in a second, Tyler, where he talked about how Ryan Day has said that Bo Jackson, James Peoples, Donaldson, and West apparently will all be part of the passing game as well. Because while James Peoples, he shows his flashes, he has potential to be a great running back. He does have J.K. Dobbins-like abilities. He just needs to show more consistency. But they noticed that how great these running backs are in the passing game as well. So it's like they're going to really try to use all of them. And I believe like they're going to have – like I don't think they're going to give Bo a whole lot of carries because they don't want to run him into the ground. Like I think they're going to – because C.J. Donaldson, when he's gotten on the field, has gotten a lot of yardage. Like people, let's be honest. He's gotten yardage when he's gotten in there. It's not like he's just getting stuff. Like this man's powering. He's fighting for yardage. I mean, there are times where he finds holes and it'd be like – you better not let him find a hole because he got some quickness to his own right. And it's the same with Peoples. Peoples can do the same thing. It's just that what you need is consistency, again, out of Peoples. That's all you need. Just consistency. Like he has his moments where he's like flashing J.K. Dobbins, but then he has his moments where it's like, oh, dude, you could do so much better. I think our running back room would be fine.
See, sometimes the running backs, I've heard like Jonathan Wells say this. It's kind of like a jump shooter. You need to get in a rhythm. And if you're only getting a carry here, a carry there, you're not going to get in that rhythm. And I tell you what, Penn State sports talk, you are, one loss. That's what you are. One loss.
Pretty much.
Not undefeated. And you got to stop smoking that crack because you're not beating us in November, dude. So just
you never will.
Listen to car. I tell you what, we'll send you a postcard from the Big Ten championship game this year, okay? When you're watching us, and I'm gonna predict this, guys. Everybody's gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna say Ohio State and Indiana in the Big Ten championship game. I think Indiana.
You say Indiana? Oregon. I was thinking Oregon because what's super funny? Ohio State and Oregon might be the next great rivalry in the Big Ten. Like, let that sink in. Hey. Like, I was thinking it could be Oregon. Now, if it is Indiana, I still bet Ohio State to win. But if it's Oregon, it might be like, ooh, this is a team I would really want to watch because we do kind of owe them one still. Yeah, they beat us in our regular season last year, and we ended up whooping them in the playoffs. But, man, I would love to face that team again because that seems like that's going to be a fun rivalry for years to come because I feel like the game's kind of lost its luster because of the scandal, for starters. And then secondly, it's like, this team is so hated, so out of date, so like not worth it to a point where it's like You need a fun rivalry that's gonna make the Big Ten feel. I mean, when you think about it too, like I'm looking at something right now on Facebook where it says Lanning and Ryan Day are the two best coaches in college football right now. Where obviously Ryan Day's number one by far because he's won national championship. He's done it already. Lanning's number two. Now, granted, yes, he hasn't won a natty yet, but I can see why you would say that because of look at where Georgia is right now. I mean, I would still call Kirby Smart the second best coach in my opinion, and Dan Lanning's 3. But I can understand why people would say he's number 2 at the end.
Some people can say Kirby's the best coach because he's got 2 natties, and you know what? I'll give that up to him because he won 2 natties, and that's not easy to do. But I tell you what, it just seems if a team's got the Alabama, jersey on, they kind of fold. I mean, and people could say that about us in Michigan right now, but that's going to change this year. And we all know why we lost to them. So, I mean.
Yeah, like, no matter how much people want to bring it up, it's kind of like, guys, we beat ourselves. Michigan did not beat us. Like, no matter how much people want to say that. Like, no, they didn't beat us. We beat ourselves because we had the offense to tear their defense apart. We just didn't do it. Like, because.
You know what? And there was no cheating last year. They beat us. I mean, it was a shitty game plan. We know it. But, hey,
yep.
They got
why do you think he got caught out? Oh, guess what I'm also seeing here? Ohio State left tackle Austin Saraville is the only FBS tackle to not allow a single pressure this season so far through 4 games. He's been perfect.
Guys, and that's a first year starting left tackle.
This is his first time starting at left tackle, and he started at left guard, right guard. And think about it, this guy has actually started at right tackle at one point. And now he's at left tackle. And he's showing you what he can do. I said it before. Like, he reminds me so much of a like LaCharles Bentley in a sense of how he can maneuver around. Because the one thing about LaCharles that made him such a legendary offensive lineman, his ability to dominate all 5 positions on the offensive line. That man can play center and dominate, play guard and dominate, play tackle and dominate on each side of the line. And when you look at him, he can't play center. I don't know if Austin Saraville can. I don't know. But as far as I know, he dominates 4 out of the 5 positions. So, like, when you're that good of an offensive lineman, when you're versatile, you're going to get a lot of attention as a pick because you are that dominant across 4 positions. That's valuable, actually.
Hey, Penn State Sports Talk. I give you all the respect in the world for you show up when your team wins and you show up when they lose. So, man, hats off to you for doing that. And thanks for coming in. But, dude, you should worry about Drew Aller not throwing the game away for you guys. I mean, he did it last year, the Notre Dame game, and last week against Oregon. So, when your quarterback doesn't throw the game away, then you can come run, talk a little bit to us. And when you're playing in that national championship game, then talk to us, son.
Yeah, and to bring up, because I did take Tyler's thing off from earlier, but he brought up how people said, why we're not taking shots down the field. Well, if you actually look at the games, there's a reason why. It's because teams keep blocking us from doing that. Like, people have to understand that that when it comes down to it, teams do not want us throwing down the field. They don't. Like, they're so worried about Smith, so worried about Tate, so worried about our receivers that they're not going to take chances now. But what that does is also allow us to open up the run game and take advantage of the intermediate to short throws where we could just go down the field and just, basically just march down there and get in the red zone. Now, I know our red zone hasn't been as spectacular as it was last year. Granted, we're not running our quarterback as much as we should. And we do know that there are packages they are working on. They're just not putting it out there, as we all know, with Lincoln Kills. Like they're maybe saving that for games like Penn State, maybe Scum. That they might be saving that for. And look, I'm not going to say I hate it. I actually I understand why, because you want people to you don't want them thinking about it as much. And when you think about it too, we've seen Sayan run a couple of times myself. So it's like when you have that quarterback run game that's added to Ohio State, it really throws defenses off because we don't run our quarterbacks as much. So I could see, again, why Ryan Day doesn't do that, because A, you don't want your quarterback injured, but B, look at how much it throws a defense off when they see your quarterback run. Like, that is because they don't expect that.
Well, I mean, we gotta face it too. Julian's is built different. I mean, Will Howard was one of those guys like JT Barrett. They were runners, and and Julian's not, and that's fine. That's cool, man.
Actually, Julian is a
He's athletic, but he's not
yeah,
the
like
right
he's
quarterback.
athletic. He just doesn't have the build. That's the difference. Like he just
No.
doesn't have the build. Like if he had the build, I think they would let him run. Even though when we had Justin Fields and he had the build, right, he really did not let Justin run that much. Justin just ran because he could, and he's gonna take advantage of the fact whenever they let him. So,
Well, if
you know,
Fields would have got hurt, he would have been totally screwed. So he wasn't taking any chances.
yeah, but no, I'm saying like Fields, like he told you, there are times that he ran a lot, even when Ryan didn't want him to, just because it's like, look, if they give me the opportunity to do it, I'm gonna do it. Like, so give Justin that credit.
And
But
Tyler, one thing about them not going downfield, one, it wasn't there, and two, we were not given.
no, he was talking about people in general,
Oh,
like why people are saying this, like why they're complaining about it.
well, we weren't giving our quarterback enough time to really throw the ball downfield a lot. I mean, honestly, at the end of the game, if you watch the last last quarter and a half, they went to 3-step drops. Everything was coming out of Julian's hands quick because every time they did try to go back, Washington was blitzing and they were getting pressure.
Yeah, that was the other thing too. Like I can't believe if you're blitzing a lot of dudes, I don't blame the offensive line fully for that because they can't block everybody. So it's like you're gonna have to catch that. And I will say Washington did a good job at times of disguising. They did a good job of disguising it. So when you really think about it, and as JR says, Sam plays it smart. He can get what he can. Kid is smart. And he is. Like the kid doesn't take stupid chances. Like the kid knows if nothing's there, I'm gonna get rid of it. If nothing's there, I'm not even gonna take a chance. Like I'm gonna play it smart. Now I will say this, like that sack he took, which was like on the third down, I would say this right now. I think he should have thrown the ball away. Like he should have. Now I can understand if you don't want to get an intentional grounding, but you just need to know where your receivers are and try to throw it away. Like try to throw it out of the back of the end zone if you can.
Well, sometimes you don't have the chance, and sometimes you just got to duck and eat it. But I get what you're saying. If you can throw it away, throw it away. I mean, I thought he did a good job when he was scrambling to get positive yards and get what he could get.
Oh yeah, like when you see him running, everybody was like, "Oh, this kid can run." Yeah, no, like no duh, he can run. We can tell about it. It's just that he doesn't have the build to do it on a like. Again, now even though Shaun is like he looks smaller than what he is, but he does have a lot more weight on him, as he's talked about. He does weigh more. He is 6'1", 6'2", I believe is what his height is. So it's like the fact that this kid has built himself, he's just not like physically, like big. You don't look it anyway. Like, yeah, he may not be physically looky, but he did put some weight on, and he still has the athleticism to run. But Ryan Day's not willing to take any chances. Now he'll probably do that with Key Holmes, but not him. No, like we need Shaun healthy.
Well, if you look, Keenholz is he's a different animal. I mean,
this dude, his athletic, like his passing has gotten so much better, but his athleticism, he's a freak.
His problem is the short intermediate throws he was having issues with. So
yeah, no doubt. And then from what I've seen of him, though, on the intermediate to short throws as of this season, looks like he's gotten better at it.
But the spring game, he looked really bad, and the reports coming out that he was having issues with it. But I hope he's gotten better because if we need him, all hands on deck.
Yeah, no, from like when he came in the Washington game late, because I think Ohio State knew that he was like Washington wasn't coming back from this, even with their third stringers and like y'all weren't coming back. No way in heck. But yeah, no, when you think about it for Lincoln, when I did see him go in the game, he actually did do a really good like short and intermediate throws. Like it looked much better than what it looked like in the spring game, and it's like okay. We may have something here. Now, again, he's not as good as Shaun, but it's like, hey, you're seeing more accuracy. You're saying, you're saying basically that you're seeing that he's really like improved as a passer, and that's what you gotta like. It's like if you're Ohio State and Shaun does get injured, like Lincoln Keyhole's improvement would really benefit you to the highest ability because it's like it says everything there.
I'll tell you one thing that happened though our boy Andre, thank you. Jar of Happiness. Mr. Bucknut's making me laugh with that. There's a clip on Twitter going around where Dan Lanning just looks out of his freaking mind, and it's hilarious. It said if coaching was a drug, and it just shows Dan Lanning just spaz it, like tweaking out big time. I'm just like, whoa, man! Look, it does look like he's on something
And you
there.
and you would have thought that and you would have thought like coaching on drugs would be like Urban Meyer instead.
Yeah.
Like this is beyond that.
Oh.
Except now while Landing's not as crazy as Urban, still.
There was one account earlier this year when they were doing their at the beginning of the year for the first week for Texas. They did like a walkthrough not walkthrough, but they were scrimmaging. And Tavian St. Clair was running the scout team, and there was reports that he was torching our first team defense.
I'm not shocked.
Torching. I
The
mean,
kid-
guys.
So it's like when you hear that, it basically tells you like you got a superstar in the making.
In the making.
I mean, everybody says it about him, where he has the combination of Justin Fields' athleticism with C.J. Stroud's like accuracy and arm talent. Which,
Well, I mean, he's such a big kid.
like,
too.
that is the perfect combination, in my opinion. If you're talking about like having the perfect quarterback, where you have the athleticism plus the accuracy and arm talent, as far as like passing the football, and you have also the ability to run, that is the perfect combination. Fields with his athletic ability. Now, as much as we didn't see it as like how he is in the NFL now, like you see how much of an athletic freak he is, and it's like at Ohio State we didn't see it that much because he didn't run as much. But when he did, you could see the athletic freakishness in a lot of ways. And with Stroud, you saw his passing. The man is the most accurate quarterback in Ohio State history. This man was breaking records. Accuracy records, touchdown records. Like, this man was just breaking records. And it's like when you have that combined with, Fields' athletic ability in one quarterback, brother, we got ourselves a Heisman finalist up here.
I'll tell you what, Will broke CJ's records last year with accuracy. So, I mean.
Yeah, that's the impressive part. That's what Ryan Day does, too. Because think about it. Like, you look at Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, and now Will Howard. These are like the four most accurate quarterbacks in Ohio State history. The one thing they all have in common, Ryan freaking Day.
Well, I mean, and Sain's not far behind, man.
No.
I think,
as a matter of fact, I did see a stat that talked about how good he really is. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this kid really is killing it.
Well, I think he has the ability to be the best one of them all, just the way he throws the ball and how accurate he is right now as a young. This is his first year playing, guys. I mean, he's only played four games, started 4 games. I mean, and he's that accurate. He reads the field pretty good. I mean, he hasn't made any really boneheaded plays that we sit there and shake our heads at and start screaming at. I mean,
when you think about it too, with saying at Washington, like think about it, his completion percentage was 79%, almost 80.
One of the hardest places to play. They were 22-game winning streak. The place was hostile as heck, and the kid was poised like he was a senior. I mean, we can't ask for more, guys, from a kid starting his first year and what he's done so far. I mean,
the fact that this kid is already having some records stacking up is telling you everything you need to know. It really is. Like, this kid is like, he is ridiculous.
Phil Hagg, I agree with you. Even though when it comes to Notre Dame, I hate Notre Dame almost as much as Michigan. But CJ Carr is the real deal. That kid is going to be a future stud, and he's going to be a top.
Oh my God!
He's going to be a top 5 draft pick. I mean, imagine being a Michigan fan and the grandson of one of your best coaches ever spurns you to go to Notre Dame.
Right. I mean, bro, like, kind of look at this. 79.9 PFF gave him 5.5. What? How? Oh my God! Like, PFF, man, I can't take you seriously if you really gave that man that low of a grade. I'd have to look at that, because if they really gave him that low of a grade, I ain't never taking this seriously.
Guys, we also got to figure they're not even a quarter at what the offense is going to be by the end of the year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Andre very much brought it up. Like, by the time the playoffs roll around, this team's going to be much better. Oh, and did you see this funny meme someone put up on Facebook? It's a funny meme about Jim Knowles.
No, I haven't.
Here it is. It's when you lose to Oregon and you see your former team doing better without you. It has Knowles. I'm kind of looking miserable. to say I saw that while I was scrolling down because I was trying to find his stats, and then I saw that, and I'm like, oh wow, that was the best. That was funny because I mean, yeah, typically, like think about it, you leave, and Ohio State's defense is actually probably better than last year's national title defense. Let that sink in.
Well, it is right now. I mean, they got to prove it.
Oh no, they approved for the rest of the season, but
exactly. But right now,
what's funny is I don't doubt the fact that this defense can absolutely still go on that run because it's like when you look at the offenses we're going to go out against. I mean, first of all, Penn State they're going to just demolish. I know for a fact Michigan's not going to be a problem. Minnesota, I think they'll handle fine. Illinois is where it's kind of gonna be tough because when we go to their stadium, it's not like our team's not good. It's not like their team's this far beyond really good. It's just that when we play in Illinois Stadium, they look. It's like Ohio State be looking bad, and it's like you never could understand why.
It's a bad place to play. Everybody I've talked to that has played there says the atmosphere's horrible. It's not a good place to play. And I tell you what, even though Michigan's Michigan, still going to Ann Arbor is not going to be a picnic. I don't care what the records are. You can throw them out the window. It's the rivalry game, and we've seen it. We saw it last year. We've seen it many years.
I mean, let's be realistic too, though. Like we saw it last year, but last year we shouldn't have lost, but we lost because we beat ourselves as usual, because that's what can happen. But did you also see the fact that the AP poll rankings?
Are we number one again? I take it.
Yeah, we're number one, but Oregon's right behind us.
I don't blame them. They should be. They deserve.
Yeah, and they leapfrog Miami.
They should.
At number 2, and they should, to be honest. But it's kind of funny when I think about it because when I look at Ohio State and I look at everything they've done, it's actually pretty. It's actually pretty something. When you look at what has been built. But with Michigan, I'm not gonna lie. Like I look at this team and I say, "There's no way." Like our defense will absolutely eat their offense alive. It's the fact: can our offense show up? I'm not worried about the defense. It's the offense.
All we gotta do is we just gotta shut down the run game, and we'll play against Underwood like we played against Washington. Keep them in the pocket like that. Then it'll be like a boa constrictor, like our buddy Tyler said last night on the call-in show. Give him props. Said our defense is like a boa constrictor. And if you looked, it just started constructing. I mean, it started constricting and shrinking that pocket down. And that kid knew the walls were closing in on him. And his feet were all happy. He had the happy feet. He was trying to, juke around. And Caden Curry and the boys just put a whooping on him. And I loved it, man.
Oh, man, that's what makes our roster so that's what makes that defense so dangerous. And to be quite honest, did you also hear news that there's a chance that Fox could cancel Dave Portnoy already? There was that little rumor going around, like an article that was written about it, and it was like because like they're already like kind of thinking they might have made a mistake.
Oh yeah, I mean they fired. What was it? ESPN fired Barstool after one episode.
The one episode. It took one episode because it was that bad.
Nah. Where's Pat McAfee at? I think we can't. Fox can't call Pat McAfee because he's already taken by ESPN. But they tried to do that. And one thing that they forgot that Pat McAfee played pro football. He played college football. He knows what the hell he's talking about. Dave Portnoy didn't. He's a jackass.
He still don't, and that's what really makes people. That's what really has Fox kind of looking at him sideways because it's like, wow, we might have actually made the worst mistake.
Of course, he did admit Julian Sayin was good, and he hated to say it, but he actually, did come out and say it. One thing I will say this year is the Big Ten is by far the best conference.
Oh, no doubt about it.
I mean, if you look, even the lower ranked teams like USC has gotten a lot better. Illinois had a big bounce back win. I mean, Illinois, Indiana. I mean, USC's no joke. Minnesota that we're playing this weekend, they're no joke. They're not the same Minnesota. I mean, in some ways they are because they're well coached. They play hard. They got a good defense, but they're struggling running the ball. Usually they don't. They run the ball good, but they got a big, tall, strong quarterback, and they're going to throw the ball around. So it's got to be a good test for us. They're no push around. Iowa's always tough. Nebraska's way overrated. Michigan's still going to be hanging around, and they're going to be Michigan, and they got an easy schedule. So they'll win. They'll probably lose 4 games this year.
The team moved Pat McAfee. That is funny.
But I mean,
Oh, but
Ohio State, Oregon, Indiana, Penn State, and Illinois.
if you're because this JR brings up a good point. Like the SEC is in shambles right now.
It is.
They really and their defenses have fallen off. I've noticed that. Like their defenses are usually good. They've fallen off lately.
I mean, one thing I would say about them is, I don't know if they're in shambles, but they're all. It seems like everybody's fallen to the. It's parity. The SEC is parity right now because there's, on any given Saturday, it just seems like everything's up for grabs. That there's no super team or there's no team rising above everybody. Because one week Alabama looks good, then the next week they look like they stink.
Yeah.
And I mean, Georgia loses to Alabama. Alabama dropped an early game that they shouldn't have lost to Florida State. Florida State kicked their ass. And Florida State goes and lays a total, craps to bed last weekend. So
I mean, when you really think about it with the SEC, I think that they've really fallen behind. Because remember we talked about how like they try to use this metric of the toughest schedule, but the committee made it a point that, look, we're going to be looking through the season to see who had really the toughest schedule because like they know this stuff changes as the time goes on. Like they don't care about the preseason rankings. They want to see how these conferences look as the season goes on. So if like the Big Ten looks better than the SEC, they're going to take the Big Ten teams over the SEC. And that's where, like for the SEC, that's kind of where you bite yourself in the butt. Because if your conference was really good, it would not look like it's in shambles right now.
Well, the thing about the SEC this year, though, is they're having a major turnover. And what I mean by that is like 90% of their teams have first-year starting quarterbacks. So
guess what? In the Big Ten, you got a lot of teams that have new starting quarterbacks. Look at how they're playing.
I mean, it's like most of the teams that are always the blue bloods, like Georgia, Alabama.
Man, no. If you're a blue blood, you should be able to do exactly what Ohio State's been doing, which is you should be able to set your quarterback up for success and play really, really well. Like when you look at Bama, it's not the fact you have a new starting quarterback. Like let's be real, your offensive line at times has been complete trash, not even giving your quarterback a chance.
There's no reason it should be either, because all those guys are big. I mean, they're 5 stars. There's no reason their defense has been horrible.
Well, when it comes to 5-star offensive linemen, we've talked about this.
I know, but
like, 5-star offensive linemen have the highest bust percentage.
It is, but they're known for their offensive line play down there. So I mean, there's no reason why their offensive line should be bad down there at all. Now,
Penn State Sports Talk. No, you're not. No, you're not. No. You are not no blue blood. I'm sorry. No.
You're in the second tier, bro.
Second tier, you were close, but no, you're not there.
You're there with like Miami and Georgia.
Miami, Georgia, and LSU, I believe.
Yeah. How about
that's where you are? Like there's only 8 blue bloods, dude.
How about this? Tell me something, guys. I want to see a poll in the freaking chat. Who's more likely to choke, James Franklin or Brian Kelly?
Oh, that's a good one.
Brian Kelly is by far the most overrated coach in college.
Oh, if I knew how to set up a freaking poll in this, I would literally put that down there. I got to figure out how to do that.
Oh, yeah. Jar, they get their cheeks clapped a lot. You know that, Jar.
Yeah. I mean, at least Brian Kelly could say he's been to a national title game, unlike Franklin.
Even though he got totally destroyed, but he's been there.
Yeah, he got totally destroyed, but at least he can say that. At least he can say that. Hey,
Franklin.
But yeah, you want to hear some interesting stats on the Ohio State defense, actually?
I'd love to.
Yeah, so when it comes to scoring defense, as typical, we're number 1 with 5.5 points scored per game. Total touchdowns allowed in the next 4 games is 2, which is also number 1. TDs allowed per game, 0.5 TDs, which is number 1. You have total yards allowed as well, or should I say total XP allowed, is we're number 1 in that as well, because we really don't allow that many either. We're also number 1 in opponents scoring in the red zone, which we already know is real low, like 28.57%. That is number 1 in the country. Red zone touchdown, pretty much opponent red zone touchdown percentage. None. Nobody ever scores on us in the red zone like that. Number one again. Total opponent TD scored in the red zone, number one as usual. And in rushing TDs allowed, we're the only team in the nation to have 0.
I mean, look, you lose all those guys on your defense, the whole starting defensive line from last year, and your defensive red zone defense is still great. I mean, what's that say about Larry Johnson? What's it say about those guys? I mean, the coaching. I mean, they're not getting pushed around at all. I mean, in fact, some ways, guys, this defense looks a lot better than what our last year's team did. And
And
you were
last
right.
year's team was historically great. So the fact that this team is even better should tell you something.
I think it's on another level, honestly. I think it has the potential to be the best in Ohio State history as long as everybody's knock on wood, everybody stay healthy. I think it has that kind of potential to be the best. I mean, every level of our defense is stacked. And you know what's great is we have depth at everyone. A little shy on the defensive line, but guess what, guys? Those guys behind our starters are proving that.
Oh, and get this too. Tywon Malone, when he played, he looked really good. Like people were like, "When is he gonna break out?" And he broke out. Like he's been real good when he's played.
Will Smith Jr. and again one of our buddies who's always talking with us, Tyler. You know, everybody's like, "Oh, there's no depth." No, there was depth. It's just they
just haven't played. They haven't played.
Unproven. There's a difference between unproven and unplayable. These guys are playable. They're just unproven because they haven't got as many chances as everybody else. And what happens now that they're getting chances? They're playing awesome. So I think the sky's the limit for this defense. It's only going to get better. And our offense hasn't even scratched
the surface yet. And yet they already look terrifying still.
I mean, just wait with the passing game, guys. The whole route tree is going to be coming. There's a lot of stuff they're not showing yet, and they're winning. One thing I like about these wins with Texas and this win with Washington is they can gut out a win. They can get to a street fight and a rock fight, and they can get a gutty win, a dirty win. They can muddy it up with the best of them and run the ball. There's nothing this team can't do. They can air it out or they can run. I mean, they can win blowing a team out or they can win by 7 points. I mean, they've shown they can do both. So, I mean, this team has so much potential to be historic. And it's only going to get better, guys. It's only going to get better.
I mean, and when you think about it, too, like, look at what our guys are doing right now in the next level, because they call us skill position U, NFL U. Do you want to know what I have found, too, as well? Because what made me bring this up was what our players have been doing. And I actually did find some stats. Quinshon Judkins had 115 yards in the TD. Emeka Buka, 101 yards in the TD. JSN had 90 yards. Marvin, 66 and a touchdown. Travion Henderson had ran for a touchdown. Chris Olave had caught a touchdown. CJ Stroud, and their yards were really good too. CJ Stroud, he had in his last game 22 of 28 passing, 223 yards, 2 touchdowns with a passing rating of 125. You had Dobbins, who ran for 101 yards. Like, he's been having a career comeback in the NFL. He's been coming back.
That's after 2 knee surgeries, people.
Yes. Like, this dude was dominant when he first came to the NFL. But guess what? Like, injuries is what's been hurting him. And now he's having a comeback, and he's been playing great. Garrett Wilson had a 60-plus yards and a touchdown. Justin Fields, I just watched this game the other day. This man had 227 yards passing. He ran for 81 yards on the ground and had 2 touchdowns on the ground as well. And it's like, that's just the start. Like, look at how our guys are doing now. Our quarterbacks, our wide receivers. Denzel Burke has been showing out while Will Johnson's been injured, because Will Johnson, his one biggest problem is he can never stay healthy. And, Denzel was been coming in. Like, when teams try to test him, they find out real quick, Denzel not the one.
Oh,
They've
I'm
been finding
glad.
that out, and he been killing it. Same with Cody Simon. Like the both these dudes with their tackles, assisted tackles, and pass breakups have been excellent. Same with Jordan Hancock and Latham Ransom. They've also been killing it. I can tell you this: I think Jordan Hancock may stay with the Bills for the next 10 years.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's another guy that went to the Bills from former Ohio State great, Mr. Joey Bosa, and he
Yeah, he's been killing
seems to be
it.
doing quite fine in his new surroundings. Left Coach Harbaugh out there in LA and La La Land and decided to come to the Midwest where he belongs.
I mean, that's where he belongs. And to be quite honest, like when you see how well our Buckeyes are doing, like I've been watching the games. I still keep up with all of them in the NFL. I keep up with their teams. And by the way, I was on a podcast talking about Buckeye players with a bunch of former and like with a bunch of like NFL media people, as well as one in particular, which is the team that Justin, Jeremy, Josh, and Garrett are all on, because they all talk about wanting to be the Buckeye Jacks. I've even gone on a Cardinals podcast because bro, you would never believe how many Buckeyes. Like they got Baron Browning, Cody Simon, Denzel Berg, Marvin Harrison Jr., Paris. They got Josh Fryer. They got a bunch of former Buckeyes on that team. So like, and when you talk to the people on the Cardinals side of things, they're like, man, we've been begging for our team to draft Ohio State players for years. They're the one team that was not doing that. And all of a sudden, we get a guy in the front office that has a connection to that program. And we started drafting a bunch of players coming out of there. The only thing that's wrong with this team is the fact that their quarterback flat out sucks.
Hey, what was the name of that podcast so everybody can check it out?
It's actually on the it's on the All Cities Podcasting Network here, PHNX.
Okay.
And the podcast I was on with the Jets was called Jets Media.
Okay. Cool.
And
guys.
and again, I check out another like big time NFL podcast because I get our podcast out there, by the way, just to let everybody know. Because if they're interested in knowing about a whole bunch of Buckeye players, and I have seen a lot of them come in here, they will, and I mean this when I say this, they will want to know because they want their team to might start drafting these players, especially because they're pretty familiar with them.
Guys, if there's anything you want to know how our guys are doing at the next level, she's the one to talk to because she follows them all. She is nonstop watching our boys play. She knows all the stats. There's nobody that does it better than TG. I'm telling you that right now.
It's been that way for a long time, y'all. I've been doing it for a long time. I follow every player from every school to the next level, and I keep up with everything everybody does because I'm that big of a nerd.
All right, TG. We got probably about 15, 20 minutes left before we go. Let's break down a little bit of this Minnesota game coming up. Let's get a little prediction time.
Andre, I will tell you this real quick because you wanted to say that. Jordan Fuller won a Super Bowl with the Rams back in I think it was 2020, back when they went up against the Bengals. And we did have three former Buckeyes: Carlos Hyde, Darren Lee from the 2014 national title team, and Mike Weber, our former running back, win a Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs back in 2019.
And last year, Paris Campbell won one.
Yeah, and last year Paris won a Super Bowl as well with the Philadelphia Eagles. So we've had Buckeyes that have won Super Bowl. Like, and that's what's really good too. Like we got Buckeyes that got rings on their finger. But it wasn't just Jordan Fuller on the Rams. There was another former Buckeye on the Rams that was that was part of that Super Bowl run. I forget his name, but I know he was a D tackle. He was a D tackle. I forget his name, but I know who he is.
Well, guys, Minnesota's coming up. They're coming into the shoe on Sunday. Like I said, it's not a normal Minnesota team. PJ Fleck, I know he's a freaking weirdo, guys, but he is a great coach. I got much respect for the guy. With the talent he gets there and the teams he produces, got a solid defense, play hard, well coached. And this year they throw the ball a lot better than they run the ball, which is kind of different than they usually are. Their defensive game, I mean, their running game is basically non-existent this year. Their starting running back has been injured. So Tyler and I and Lee were talking about it last night on a three-way call, and Tyler broke down all the stats, and the kid, I mean, it's just admissible. I mean, terrible. So, but I see them coming in playing hard. I see them hanging for maybe a half, but then I think, we just wear them out and we take charge. And I'm thinking 35-10 Buckeyes.
35-10. Yeah, I was thinking around the same thing, at least like 35-10.
And guys, we want to hear your score prediction.
Yeah, give us your guys' score prediction at the in the chat as well. Like give
Yeah.
us your score prediction. And Tyler, that was a great mention as I mentioned. And Jack, oh yeah, I've seen you in the chat. They might surprise you. Look, Minnesota's a good team, but like when you're talking about like matching it up against Ohio State, it's like the one time you guys came so close to beating us was like 2021. And that was like CJ's first start. And what's funny is like your top player got injured, but I mean, I'm gonna give y'all credit. Y'all always have a good team that's always dangerous. You should have been competing in what? How many Big Ten titles? Like you should be competing in a lot of Big Ten championship games. But Minnesota always, and I mean this when I say this, they always find themselves at the worst end of injury news because they play Ohio State and Michigan, but then their best players get injured at the worst possible times, which sucks.
Oh, Eric is in the chat. I want to give a shout out to Eric, our buddy Andre, Jar, Mr. Bucknuts, our producer, Mr. Vader in the house as usual. Hey, it's birthday week for Mr. Vader. So guys, Thursday, make sure you go on the Buckeye Ladies. Thursday at 8:00. We all wish our boy Vader a happy birthday. Thank you for all that you do for us, brother. You're just the biggest part as me and TG to the show. Everything you do for us, we love you. We appreciate you. And since you've been part of this team, the show this continues to get better, man. And we appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys, and man, these fans make me laugh. I'm not gonna lie.
You wish Minnesota marching in, walk out with a win, dude. Whatever you're smoking, you need to stop because
no, I think he's just trolling at this point. I think he's.
Oh yeah, I mean, I get it,
But yeah, no. And on that show, myself and Mika will have a lot to talk about. Now, at least if she was to if she's going to be on now. I don't know if she is because I know she's been having some family emergencies of her own.
Okay.
And, shout out to her. Hopefully she's doing okay. But if she's not, like, it'll be me. And I have no problem with it. It'll just be me. And I am going to have stuff to talk about. And, of course, on that show, we have been talking Buckeyes in the NFL as well. So we could do another, like, re-rundown of that if y'all want.
Jack, yeah, I know you don't smoke anymore. Now they got the edible, so you're eating it. So, I get it. One way or another, you're getting it. So it's not making any smart which way you're doing it, bro. So, and Phil, a shout out to you. Why does Eric's people, which is me, TG, and Chris, why do we hate Notre Dame? I'll tell you my reason why I do not like Notre Dame. Because they are just like Michigan. They are arrogant. They are cocky. Yeah. They live off the past. Well, yeah. I get it. Last year they made it to the championship game, but man, they've been living off the 1988 freaking Natty for a long time. Lou Holtz isn't coming back. I'm telling you guys, Marcus Freeman is just he's a better version of James Franklin. That's what I can say.
And look, I can tell you this. Like, that is the one thing about, like, for Chris, he hates Notre Dame because of Marcus Freeman. Because Marcus Freeman said some stuff he probably shouldn't have said.
Yeah, but I hated him ever since I was a kid. And I tell you what, little side note, my mom loved the Buckeyes, but she also loved Notre Dame too. So she was 50-50 with her love because she's from Sandusky, Ohio. And Newt Rockney used to go to Sandusky all the time. And she had a love for both Ohio State and Notre Dame, so she cheered for them both.
And if you tell me, like, I don't hate Notre Dame as badly as I hate Michigan, but I'm not gonna lie, some of y'all Notre Dame fans really do live off the past, and I think you can't make fun of Michigan, yet you do the same thing they do. Like, don't live off the past, come in the present. Like, trust me, for like us as Buckeye fans, we reminisce on the past, but right here in the present, we're also like succeeding still. Like, even if our team wasn't good, we still would call that out like no tomorrow. Like, we reminisce about the good times, but we wouldn't be living off it, like reminiscing about it. I get it, but if you're gonna but don't bask in the glory of the back in the
Yeah, that's right. This Shaun guy, I do not like Notre Dame. I never have ever since I was a kid, buddy. Because you guys are just like Michigan. You're arrogant, you're cocky, you live off of what happened back in Paul Hornung's days, back in the 1940s, the 50s. It is what it is, bro. You guys have been irrelevant for a long time. You finally got relevant again. I mean, Brian Kelly, that was fool's gold because you guys weren't playing anybody. And look at what
And
happened.
there's one thing that's the other thing about Notre Dame. Like y'all act like y'all play somebody, and it's like y'all play the weakest schedule. Like I don't hate Notre Dame, but I do hate those little things about them.
Come join the league, bro. Come join the league. Join the
Even
Big
my
Ten.
cousin says the same thing. You know, my cousin is a Notre Dame fan. He does not like act like most of these Notre Dame fans. He's even one of the Notre Dame fans saying, "Can this team get in a conference?"
Well, I will. There is one thing I will say about them. They tried to get into Big Ten, and Michigan blocked them from coming into Big Ten back in the early days because Fielding Yost, Michigan's coach, hated Catholics because he was a racist. He hated Catholics, and he did not want.
Why would the Big Ten? Why would you even care what this guy says? Why would you care?
Because Michigan was running the Big Ten back then.
When was this?
This was the early 1900s.
Oh my God, no way, bro.
Yep. They blocked Notre Dame.
Okay, now that makes sense. Okay, no, because racism was still allowed back then, of course.
Well, last 2 years, go over the last 20. Look, I'm going by my lifetime, bro. I've seen more wins. Ohio State beating Michigan. I've seen more national championships than they've
Ohio
seen.
State's beat Michigan my lifetime, except these last.
I mean, Jack, have you seen a national championship in your lifetime, bro? Because I've seen my team play for 7 of them and win 3 of them. So, and contend almost every year.
Actually, you've seen them play for 6 and won 3 because it's actually
because in 1979 they played for 1 and they lost.
Oh, you're talking about in your lifetime.
Bruce.
But Ohio State, no. But I see what you're saying. Yeah. Ohio State's won 8 national titles these past
9.
From the 1950s to today.
Oh, yeah.
So it's it's kind of it tells you how good this program's been for such a long time, especially because that's the most national championships won in this span.
Look at what all if you go from Woody Hayes to Earl Bruce, Earl didn't win one, but he played for 1.
Yeah.
John Cooper finished second 2 or 3 times. He was there on the doorstep, didn't get in. Chussell won 1, was on the doorstep a couple times. They went Urban won 1, should have had a couple more, but he didn't. And Ryan Day's been to 2, won 1. So show me another.
Are you a freaking Minnesota fan or an Alabama fan? Which one?
Hey, when it comes to national championships, I give it all. That's one fan base, one team. We can't talk trash to Bama.
Yeah, no, they've won 18 straight. There's no doubt about it. But you could also say majority of that also, because when you think about it with Bama, when it comes to majority of your national titles, it does come from the best coaches there have ever, and when you don't have those coaches, your team tends to fall off the map. That's one thing you can talk trash about Bama is you need the best coaches for your program to be relevant. You ain't got that, your program ain't relevant.
No, you had Bear Bryant, then you went on a dry spell. Gene Stallings got you 1, but after that, he had an amazing team it was either early 90s or I think it was early 90s. They won 1. Then after that, it went on a dry spell till Saban got there. So some of these Alabama fans act like it's always been like that they always win. No.
Y'all have had moments of relevancy. Tyler, if he's really a Michigan fan, I don't know why he's talking. Because bro, you ain't relevant for nothing. When you look at Michigan, irrelevant for 80 years, where the one thing that kept you relevant was the game. That's it. That's the one thing that kept you relevant.
All right, going into this Minnesota game, TG, what's one position battle you're looking at that you're looking for on the offensive side and on the defensive side?
All right, I guess for offense, I actually do want to see how Ohio State's offensive line does against Minnesota's D-line. Because say whatever you want, Minnesota always has a great defensive line. If there's one thing you say about Minnesota, their D-line is always really good, always. So I am going to check to see how they perform here. And on defense, that's a tough one. I guess I want to see how Ohio State does against the run game in particular, how the D-line, the linebackers, as well as the DBs do against the run game. Even though Minnesota does have really good receivers, I ain't worried about that because our defensive backs are that good. Is how they do against the run game. That's it, I guess.
I just don't think Minnesota's going to be able to run at all.
No, I don't think so either, but it's because Minnesota always has a really good run team.
It's just that they're down to their 3rd, 4th running back, and it's sad, but I think their quarterback is really good.
Oh, dang, they're injured on running backs already? Dang.
Yeah, their best running back. Yeah, they're They're on
I
the
guess it
third
would
or fourth
be
guy.
shoot. It's like if you're looking at that, then I would say the one position battle would be our D line versus their O line because Minnesota has really good O lines. So I guess would be a trench battle.
So we don't have to worry about a quarterback scrambling. He's a big pocket passer. He's like 6'5", big dude, throws the ball really well. He can spin it. So I want to see us get pressure on him with the front four. Let's continue to keep bringing the heat. I'm looking for a third cornerback to really step up this week because our one nickelback seems like the
He
last.
doesn't get beat like that. It's just that there are times it happens. And look, that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Like not every corner is gonna. Like we've seen it even happen to Denzel a couple of times, and he gets beat. It's gonna happen. But for the most part, he hasn't been getting beat like that. Like for the most part, Lorenzo's actually been pretty good at coverage. It's just that there are times that happens. Like I think Bryce West and Aaron Scott, from everything I've heard, is gonna get more playing time.
Look at the way Scott goes down on the special teams. He makes tackles and he hits.
Yeah, I mean, you can say the same thing. Like for instance, like we were in the red zone for that one play. Lorenzo made a really good tackle in the red zone when Williams threw that ball to that. I think it was a wide receiver. He made that tackle. So like, you got to give him credit for that. It's not like as if like yes, he has that one big play against Ohio where he ended up. Where I think it's because from what I understand, that's where the injury started was with his arm.
Well, he got lucky where the guy's knee hit the ground, or we really would have been like a 40-yard gain. And
yeah, no, I'm talking about like the first big play he allowed, where it was a touchdown. That's where the injury, where his arm started to feel some kind of way. And then the second time,
step on him, he was playing patty cake with him.
Yeah, like actually, that's kind of where it started from what I understood.
One thing I want to see. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. It's reading he says hatred of Michigan is mutual. And there's one thing Notre Dame and Ohio State fans can say is like, we hate Michigan more than we hate each other. If there's one thing you can say, it's that. Is we do. Because as much as like look, as much as Notre Dame fans kind of remind you in some ways of like Michigan and how Notre Dame reminds you in some ways, they're not like them fully. Because like Michigan's more like a cult where like at least Notre Dame fans, it's just that you're starving to at least have something to feel good about, and your team's actually has been good. There are times they've had their bads, but they haven't been irrelevant like Michigan. Like at least they've competed for national titles.
I've actually done
something.
I've been surprised by them this year because I thought they were going to be a lot better than what they are. They should be.
What, Michigan?
No, Notre Dame.
Oh, Notre Dame? Oh, I figured, because I'm about to say, I know Michigan wasn't going to be. But Notre Dame, yeah, I mean, that is very surprising that they haven't been better than what they were last year, because a lot of the guys we faced last year, like that was a really good team, and those guys had like first, second year starters, and it's like they're not as good as they were before. So
they brought back a lot of guys, though. They should be a lot better than what.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. Like you brought back a lot of those guys because a lot of those guys are like freshmen, redshirt freshmen, sophomores. Like you had young guys on that team that you were bringing back this year, and how they're not really good is something.
But I want to see punt return get better, and I know Ennis had.
He had a great one, but he just didn't hold on to the football. Like, had he held on to that would have been great.
I do not like him back there, and it's nothing against the kid, but I want someone with more speed and more shiftiness. He's more of a power runner. I know you want him back there because he's usually sure-handed, but I want a guy like Mylan Graham or someone like Teddy Ginn, someone that's got that juice to him.
You know what I would like to see? Like, I want to see I want to continuously see our special teams units get better. Just
exactly.
With punt return, I would love to see Mylan Graham. I would love to see Mylan Graham. On kickoffs, I actually want to see Sam Williams-Dixon on kickoffs because, if you're not going to use him like, one of your traditional running backs, at least use him as something. Like, he does have the ability to do kickoff returns and do it really well. So, like, give him a chance to just to return kickoffs. Especially because, again, in the NFL, you can make a career off being a special teams player. Just ask Nate Ebner. You can make a career off doing that. Like, he would tell these guys. That's why. And, again, the other thing I want to see is us continuously, like, our kickers continuously do better. Because, with Jaden Fielding, it looks like he's been doing better, and he's not as injured as he was last year. And hopefully he can get better with his longer kicks. But at the same time, when we if you guys watch the interview with Tim Williams that we did and Dave Oss, they talked about the Ball State kicker and said that Ohio State was super happy to have him. Like they're excited for this kid. He's got what 2-3 more years of eligibility.
Yeah.
He is someone that Tim Williams personally trained. So like if you're Ohio State, like I said, if you're Ohio State, call Tim Williams. Ask him for some punters. Ask him for some teaching for your current punters. Ask him for some advice to get some kickers. The way you do with freaking Charles Bentley with offensive linemen. Like, just do that.
Guys, Tim Williams is on the Mount Rushmore of Ohio State kickers. I mean,
oh yeah,
him and Nugent, I mean, are two of the greatest ever. I mean, Tim, just awesome interview yesterday. Great stories, and his teammate, his holder, Dave Ost, what a great dude too. The stories that they had, please go check it out. It was a pre-recorded interview TG and I did last week. TG, it's time for us to wrap this up.
By the way, get free subs, people. That's actually been helping me out.
I was with my Fanta. I am addicted to Fanta.
Oh man, I love Fanta. I'm not gonna lie, I got a bunch of like juices in here as well as like, cause I'm a again big sucker for Capri Suns, big sucker for Fanta. Not gonna ever leave for me. I'm actually down to one more box.
See, my daughter loves the fruit punch ones, so I would
look. I love all the Capri Suns types. I really do. They all taste really good.
I'll tell you what, the Kool-Aid ones too are good too, man. All the cherries.
Dude, have you ever had Kool-Aid soda?
No.
You should.
I love cherry Kool-Aid. I've
had the cherry Kool-Aid type, the orange, the grape, and the strawberry. All freaking good.
I'll have to try it.
It's like what you see. You know how you see with Kool-Aid Man and everything? Like those type of soda. That's what it is. It's that type of Kool-Aid soda.
That's who we need to get to sponsor the show, Eric. Kool-Aid Man. You know, Kool-Aid. Hey, Kool-Aid! Run through the wall. You know, that'd be awesome.
I would love that.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe, hey, maybe we could do like what we see, like when they do the round table, we could pretty much have like a little segment where you have the Kool-Aid mix.
Just a Kool-Aid pitcher right there on the round table, and they all take, pass it around. Everybody get a nice big glass of cold, refreshing Kool-Aid.
You know what's funny is I actually do. I didn't want to say this live, but I actually do have some people potentially looking for sponsorships.
Hey. Guys, if you know anybody that'd love to sponsor the show, please let us know. We'd love to have them. I mean, especially...
Yeah, I've been talking with a certain family member of mine that has contacts whose people have talked to her about me, and they are interested in some sponsorships.
Hey,
so,
guys, if anybody from Chick-fil-A, Five Guys, Papa John's, Baker's Pizza, we love you. I mean, guys, if you want to give us free food and whatever, and we'll plug you guys all day long. I mean, I could go for some Chick-fil-A for the rest of my life for free.
Ooh, I love Chick-fil-A. I love their sandwiches, really, and their chicken. I love their meat food for me. Like anything that just tastes like meat, I love it. Like their chicken and their chicken sandwiches.
I tell you what, even though we've gone off the rail here, if anybody's McDonald's new crispy strips, oh my gosh, mwah.
Bro, I still love McDonald's. Then Burger King, Taco Bell, because they actually have some of my favorite kind of food over there. Like, if anybody's interested in those sponsorships, anybody knows anybody that can help sponsor, we'd be willing to, because man, I eat that stuff. Even Buffalo Wild Wings restaurants as well, and Dave Buster's. Like, I used to go there as a kid, and I went there for my birthday. I love their food still to this day.
Frickers for watching, well, guys, everybody watching tonight, thank you. Sorry again that Boom had to reschedule, but we will have him on.
Again, guys, keep prayers in your hearts for him because it's a family emergency. We don't know the details, but we know if it's family emergency, it's something serious.
Next week, we have a couple guys coming up. We will have a pre-recorded Monday. We're going to interview Winfield Garnett, 96, played on the 96 team, starting defensive tackle. Then our live show, we will have E.J. Underwood, two former Buckeye greats, both on the defensive side of the ball. And guys, we have a lot of special cool guests coming up in the next month. and there's many other opportunities. A lot of contacts we've been making. So a lot of cool stuff's coming on since Eric's introducing this Patreon. I'm going to launch a Patreon. So there's a lot of great stuff coming this way, man. This
Oh yeah.
channel is going to grow. There's going to be a lot of cool new shows we're doing. A lot of great stuff coming your way. Please continue to support the College Huddle. Eric does such a great job there. There's so many great podcasts on there. Make sure you go out there. If you guys feel like betting on some football, check out mybookie.com. If you guys put in the promo code Ohio, you will get $500 and not free play, but forgiveness bets. So make a bunch of bad bets.
And Phil, let me tell you something. If you know anybody at Wendy's and Arby's, like, look, we love them food too. So if you know anybody that wants to do that, let us know.
Heck yeah.
I still love Wendy's. I still eat their food.
Heck, I would even do a Fruity Pebbles sponsorship. You know, I'd be down with that.
I would do
Rice Krispie treats.
I would do Cocoa Puffs. Or Reese's.
Yeah, Reese's. Hey, man, we're good at Snickers, but hey, guys.
Or even Frosted Flakes, since they still do commercials.
Dr. Pepper, Frosted Flakes, yeah.
Sprite.
Right. Hey, Lee, thanks for our boy Lee joining in. Thank you, brother. Hey, guys, everybody that watched, we appreciate you guys' support. We love just talking football with you guys and cutting it up. And Phil and Jack, no hard feelings. We just love to have the friendly banter, as long as nobody takes personal shots.
Yeah, as long as nobody goes over the line, we're cool with it.
We're cool with
y'all
it,
coming in doing some little banters back and forth, we have no problem with it. And as Phil said, hope all is well, regardless of the hatred for Notre Dame. Again, it ain't like scum. It ain't like scum. Like, yeah, do we hate Notre Dame? But at least it's like respectful type of hatred.
Yeah, I respect you guys.
We respect you guys, unlike our rivals.
You guys have a lot of class over there, and
more classful.
Hey, I have a strong dislike, but nothing compared to Michigan, Phil.
Yeah, like Phil understand. Like, yes, while he doesn't like Notre Dame, it's not like as if he hates you guys like he hates scum. Like,
no, I do have respect.
Put it this way: Ohio State and Notre Dame are like ancient rivals. In a sense.
Like Lee says, we can respect Notre Dame, so that's
and that would be a great set of rivals that we respect. Because again, if you guys were to join the Big Ten, you guys would be a part of that rivalry list. And like I see it, we already have a great rivalry renewing, like pretty much building with Oregon. So like having two new rivals and and especially because with Notre Dame, they give us like the game that I
loved all the games when we played Notre Dame because all of them are tough games. They're all good
and they're
games,
exciting.
Man. They're exciting games. They come down. I mean, all come down to the end. Even you guys gave us a good showing in the national championship game. Hats off. I mean, I know we beat you by 17
Double
points,
digits.
but you guys gave it to us, man. You guys came out and hung. You guys played hard, and much respect for that, man. It wasn't an easy game. It wasn't a blowout. I mean, if you guys could have got a couple bounces or another turnover goes your way, I mean, the game's really, really tight. I mean, so no really bad hatred for Notre Dame. I just don't like them because of back in the 90s, they were really good. And, just that seemed like they always got favored. But I respect the heck
think
out
about
of them.
it. As Lee said it, they never done this nonsense.
Yeah. So
we respect you guys.
Guys, please, Thursday night, come back to this wonderful channel, see this beautiful lady and her beautiful co-host, Mika. Talk ball. Two of the most educated, knowledgeable, intelligent women you will ever meet talk college football right here on our channel. We are lucky to have them. Nobody else can do what they do. I will put them up against any female podcasters in the nation, and I will put them up against men in the nation that they can hang with them and take some of them. I mean, heck, TG's even taken a couple people's manhood, so I mean, we know how that goes. So you guys, everybody have a blessed night. Thanks again. And TG, how do we always end this thing? OH-IO. Go Bucks.
And scum still sucks. And Phil, hopefully you do call into a call-in show, my brother. See you all later.
Peace out, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.